Alrighty, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on, everybody? The New York Knicks beat the Memphis Grizzlies. Final score 133 to 120. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Your New York Knicks continue to dominate offensively. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Wow. Guys, this Knicks team just keeps rolling, man. Just keeps rolling. That is 5 straight wins. 7 inside Madison Square Garden. Taking care of business at home. Winning at home. Yes, it got dicey there in the fourth quarter. Got to clean up that three-point defense, right? But, guys, this offense is elite 10 games into the season. Check this out. 7 40-point quarters for the New York Knicks on the season. 7. And they come out tonight with another 40-point first quarter. This offense right now is just flat out elite. Flat out elite, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Brunson orchestrating everything like a maestro. Reading the floor extremely well lately. Getting everybody involved and setting the tone early. Guys, this team right now is playing at an elite offensive level. And we'll talk about the game. We'll talk about it all, obviously. But the offense is flowing through Brunson right now. It's flowing through him. He's reading the floor, getting everyone involved. There's a reason why the New York Knicks have the second best offensive rating in the entire NBA. Second best offensive rating in the entire NBA. It's no fluke, guys. 9 games in, it's already here. It already hit us in the face. I don't believe that this is one of those hot stretches. And yes, the New York Knicks are shooting the three extremely well. I don't believe that this is one of those hot stretches. I think this run that the New York Knicks are currently on right now is sustainable. I do. Because this is exactly why they brought this coach in here. Right? You can see just the little things with this basketball team. You know, in the second quarter, Clarkson coming in and giving them a big spark. Right? In that second quarter. Josh Hart whipping passes left and right in that second quarter. So made some great passes tonight from Josh Hart. Keeps the offense humming with the bench unit coming in. And guys, Mike Brown, 10 games in, deserves his flowers. 10 games in, he deserves his flowers. He's managing this rotation perfectly. Keeping guys fresh, trusting the bench. And when the lead dipped tonight, especially in that, when was it, the second quarter, second quarter, he stuck with the bench. When the league dipped, Mike Brown stuck with the bench, and it paid dividends. You got to give Mike Brown his flowers. You're seeing a difference already. Esquire with the super chat. What's going on? Appreciate you, Esquire. Always appreciate you in the chat. He says, get them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, smash that like button for a big Knicks victory. Big Knicks victory tonight. City's on fire. Nick Yak says 33 points, 10 assists, hitting threes. OG had a bad shooting night from Eddie. Yeah, that's okay. We can withstand. It's okay. Isaiah, what's going on? Yuri, what's going on? I see every single one of you guys in the chat. Dis Rover, El Figgy. Chris up in the chat. This Rover. Man. This Knicks team is humming, guys. I'm excited. Knicks went on a 19-0 run tonight. 19-0 run tonight. 19 straight. And during that run, the ball never stuck. The energy never dipped. Right? Never dipped during that 19-0 run. I mean, in that run, John Morant looked completely lost, by the way. Some of the turnovers he had was abysmal. He wants to get the hell out of Memphis. But, like, he didn't even want to be on the court. Memphis couldn't really buy rhythm until that fourth quarter where they hit that run. Knicks' three-point defense got to clean that up in that fourth quarter. Even Jalen Brunson said after the game that that's not them. But tonight, Knicks, franchise record, season high. Franchise record, 55 attempts from three from the New York Knicks. 55 attempts from three. And here's the crazy part, right? This Knicks team is kicking ass, and it still seems like they're not even satisfied yet. You're seeing guys move the basketball. You're seeing guys hit and ones. You're seeing guys, pick each other up. They're not, it doesn't seem like they're satisfied, and I absolutely love that because there's so much room to grow on this basketball team. And yes, tonight we saw that they missed Mitchell Robinson tremendously in the paint. They missed his presence, first night of a back-to-back, especially with the OG Anunoby foul trouble that he had to deal with. But, yeah, man, especially from three, this Knicks team is humming. And it's not like, look, franchise record 55 attempts, right? But it doesn't feel like that. Like they're taking good shots. It's not like they're bad shots. It's all in rhythm, in my opinion. It's all within the flow of the offense. They're taking good shots. So I wouldn't look into that too much. And I personally love it. Like, I love that the New York Knicks are shooting that many threes because it's within their offense. And for the first time in franchise history, don't know if I mentioned it, but the New York Knicks have scored 130 points in 3 straight games. The city's beautiful right now. The court was beautiful, absolutely beautiful tonight. The city jerseys were beautiful. The court was beautiful. The jerseys were beautiful. But this offense, I think this offense is what's stealing the show right now, guys. This offense is what's stealing this show right now for the New York Knicks. So appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Once again, the New York Knicks win 133-120. 133-120. 3 straight games above 130 points. It's beautiful basketball. It is absolutely beautiful basketball, man. 19-0 run from the first quarter to the second quarter. And in that second quarter, like I want to, the game ball obviously goes to Jalen Brunson, our captain. Game ball goes to him because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Jalen Brunson, his assist numbers have been up. They have been up. And what do most people say that Jalen Brunson needs to improve on? His passing, his assist. If Jalen Brunson can give you 32 and 10, this was an absolutely incredible basketball game. All NBA type performance from him. 6 and 9 from 3. Sign me up every single night. And if you look at his game log, his assist numbers have been up over these last 5 or 6 games. They have been up with a couple of double-digit assists in there. So our captain, 32 and 10. Obviously, it starts with him, right? It starts with him. Just a tremendous basketball game from Jalen Brunson. All right, hit some of your comments before I go through this box score. Don't want to miss any of you guys. Yo, Alpha, what's going on? El Figgy says, when we had the 23-point lead, I thought Viak should have left Yabu in and given OG more of a rest. Yabu with snatch rebounds and playing solid defense. I think you meant to say coach. I want to shine some light on Yabu as well because Yabu Selly in that second quarter, look, he played 15 minutes and the Knicks needed his size. In that second quarter, I thought he was active, especially in the second half when he came in as well. 1 offensive rebound, 6 rebounds, had a nice cut to the basket, 1 assist. It's little it's games like tonight that will help his confidence improve, because we need Gershon Yabusele this season. We do. And it's nice like tonight where I hope that it will improve his confidence within this offense. And Mike Brown said before the game, prior to the game, that it will take him some time. It will take him some time to adjust, and he has been inconsistent with his minutes. Tonight, 15 minutes from Gershon. So let's go. This Rover says it's funny. I thought JB had a sloppy game tonight, but he had 32 and 11-19. Yeah, absolutely amazing game. Absolutely amazing game from JB. Alicia says the city jerseys were fire. Let's go. Tony says, why didn't Clarkson play the fourth quarter? To me, Josh Hart played way too many minutes. Look, Yabusele's foul trouble tonight. I mean, not Yabusele. OG Anunoby's foul trouble tonight kind of threw some things off. I think the Knicks wanted more size and defense going to Josh Hart in that fourth quarter, because defensively the Knicks were getting absolutely torched in that fourth quarter. So I believe that's why Josh Hart offers more size, more rebounding than a Jordan Clarkson. The offense really wasn't the issue, but yes, Jordan Clarkson, I believe, Sixth Man of the Year for a reason. He's coming in here giving us buckets, but I think that's why he played more. Loud and Clear says, give Mikal the hard hat and Tim's. Still have to wait and see who the New York Knicks give the hard hat. Is that who they're giving the hard hat and Tim's with? I'm on here, so let me know in the chat who are the Knicks giving those hard hats. Hard hat and Tim's too. Castro says, what's good? W's in the chat. Great game for our boys. On to the next 7 straight in Madison Square Garden. And I love that the New York Knicks are taking care of business at home. 7-game homestand, right? The Knicks, so far, they've won 5. They got 2 more, including a back-to-back tonight. They need to sweep this homestand. Just take care of business at home. Look, you're 7-3 on the season. 10 games in, right? A little over 10% of the season. It's crazy to think about. But 10 games into this season, this young season, you're noticing a trend here. This offense lately has really started to look pretty mother good. Guys, pretty good. And the thing I love is that coach is utilizing his bench with this offense, right? He's keeping the guys fresh. I know Brunson, how many minutes did he play tonight? I know he came in a little earlier in the fourth than normal, 36, but, it got dicey in the fourth, so that's why. But these guys are staying fresh, and the offense is just looking like we're in mid-season already, and we're in November, right? I know Memphis, they stink, right? Supposedly. Don't really know how to gauge that team. Don't really know what to make of that team. They still got a hell of a defensive player in Jaren Jackson Jr. over there. Right? He was in foul trouble. So, it's just getting me really excited watching this Knicks team right now. Because the assist numbers have been extremely high for this team. Another 35 assist night. Another one. Like DJ Khaled says. Another one. 35 assists from the team. 8 for Josh Hart. 10 for Bronson. 5 for Mikal. 4 for Cat. And the offense just continues to run through Karl-Anthony Towns. And it just continues to look really, really well. Really good. 3 for OG Anunoby. Right? It's the assist numbers. Look. We know what Jalen Brunson can do. We know what Karl-Anthony Towns can do. But we wanted somebody to come in here and maximize this offense to their best ability. And that is exactly what Mike Brown has come in here and done so far in the first 10 games. He's maximizing everyone to their best abilities. Right? And again, this is still super early. We're still super early. But this is a very, very positive sign for this basketball team. When they're setting records in the first 10 games of the season, they're setting records. Could only go up, right? I know there'll be some adversity. JJ, that logo, center of the court. Fire. This Rover says, nah, we need an offense in that fourth, to be honest. Nobody could buy a damn bucket. Yeah, one of those things you probably ask Mike Brown, and he'll probably give you an explanation, but I think that's where I'm leading, that he probably wanted to go more of a defensive approach with the size with Josh Hart. Isaiah says, Jordan Clarkson might be my favorite Knick for the season so far. His swagger and energy is really helping this team out. Jordan Clarkson has been phenomenal, guys. Has been phenomenal. And when you look at, I think he's like 10th all-time in bench points. That's what they put up on the broadcast. Excuse me if I'm getting that wrong. I want to give him his due. But Clarkson, 17 minutes, he's nothing but offense. In that second quarter, he was phenomenal for this basketball team. Hitting his threes. And not only is he hitting his threes, he's playing within the offense. 2 assists, 3 boards. Really nice second quarter from Jordan Clarkson. Right? Really nice second quarter. Also want to point out my favorite play of tonight's game was turnover. Jalen Brunson turned the ball over. Mikal Bridges sprints down the court on the Memphis Grizzlies fast break. Mikal Bridges sprints down the court, doesn't give up on the play. I think it was John Morant passed the ball. Mikal got the deflection. Knicks got the steal. On to the races we go. Favorite play of the game. It's the hustle plays like that I love, right? Favorite play of tonight. And there were a lot of plays tonight. But that one stood out to me because Mikal's locked in this year. He's locked in, right? Love this team so far. Love this team. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Once again, the Knicks beat the Memphis Grizzlies 133-120. They are now 7-3 on the season. And things are looking really, really positive for this basketball team. Really positive for this basketball team. Hit some of your comments. Man, home cooking. JJ says, and Brown still hasn't even installed a full playbook yet. It's the beauty of this team, right? It's the upside of this Knicks team, right? Mike Brown has to get his flowers, right? Because Leon Rose, in firing Tom Thibodeau, you said to the fan base that you think this Knicks team has more of an ability to be even better. You want this roster to be maximized to their full potential, right? And you're starting to see the upside of this Knicks team in the first 10 games of the season. The ball movement, the spacing, the confidence. You saw Mike Brown was mic'd up tonight, calling plays. I mean, just a different guy, different voice, different aura about him. Different aura about Mike Brown, right? Managing the rotations beautifully, I think, right? Beautifully. Keeping guys fresh. Trusting the bench when the lead dips. And look, it's a long season. There will be some adversity along the way, right? There will be some adversity. Things to pick at. The Knicks' three-point defense needs to improve, right? That's one of their, I don't know, I like to say bugaboo. That's one of their bugaboos this season, and it has been last season as well. Their three-point defense needs to improve. You saw it in the fourth quarter where Memphis was just running and hitting open threes left and right. And I'm sitting there like, I think they cut the lead to 10, and Mike Brown called multiple timeouts in a row. And I'm like, that needs to improve, because there was no reason why Memphis should have gotten that close tonight in the basketball game, because they had, how many turnovers did they have? The Memphis Grizzlies. Knicks with 14 again. Memphis had 22 turnovers tonight. 22. There was no reason, in my opinion, that they should have been that close in the game. But the reason why they were that close is because 14 to 38 from 3, 36%. And they got hot in that fourth quarter. Knicks, 40% from 3. 55 attempts, but guys, 55. So Going back to the 3-point defense, it needs to clean up. But at the same time, with the personnel, with Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, I just think that this offense is humming. That when this offense is playing like this, the Knicks can kind of, defensively, they can have lapses like tonight against a Memphis team. But, like, let's say this is against another team, a more seasoned team, a Cleveland team, I'm just throwing teams out there, a Heat team, a Boston team, that's going to hurt you. Especially a Pistons team who's number 1 in the Eastern Conference. That's going to hurt you in the long run. So, and I'm sure, I fully have trust in this coaching staff that they hopefully will rectify that. But it is, like Isaiah says, I feel like the 3-point defense is a glaring weakness for this team, and it is. Right? Every team has weaknesses, and that's the Knicks' weakness on this basketball team. That is their weakness, 3-point defense. So, but they are showing you that even with the weakness, even with the 3-point defense weakness, if they're going to drop 130 on you, I mean, they're going to, 8 times out of 10 come out with a victory. Right? So, we'll see. Tim from X says, we got sloppy late, jacked up too many threes late, slowed it up, and ran pick and roll to maintain control of the basketball game. Yeah, look, teams make runs in the NBA, right? Newsflash, teams make runs. But the Knicks definitely got sloppy late. Memphis seemed to get a rhythm there in that fourth quarter. And at no point did I think the Knicks were going to lose this game. I just thought there were some good timeouts from Mike Brown there, kind of settled things in. Brunson hits a 3, does a little thing to the crowd. He's like, finally, he seems like he got his 3-point shot going tonight. But, you put the ball in your captain's hands, and you just went on from there. 32-10. Just in 32-10. Jalen Brunson on 6 of 9 from 3. So, guys, Knicks, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the league. One of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league. They have 2 of the best corner 3-point shooters in the league in OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Jalen Brunson's assist numbers are up. They are number 2 in offensive rating in the league. So, it's clicking. But there are some warts, right? There are some holes, and that's okay. That's okay. El Figgy says, in half of OG's shots have gone in, this would have been a much different game. My man just had an off night. I'll give him a pass. Yeah. And OG has been phenomenal from 3. El Figgy has been really, really good from 3. And he just missed, he was due for some regression. OG Anunoby, right? He was due for some regression. Let me just zoom this in for you guys. Due for some regression, 1 of 10, but 2 steals. How about Karl-Anthony Towns? 3 steals for Karl-Anthony Towns. The big cat. 4 steals for Mikal. Man. Round of applause tonight. 12 steals on the night for the Knicks. Oh, man. Look. Things are clicking right now. Things are really clicking for this Knicks team. Hit the Discord if you want to call into the show. Once again, you guys can call into the show. I see 2 callers waiting to call into the show. I see Iron. I see Yuri waiting to call into the show. Appreciate you guys waiting. Just bear with me for a few more minutes and I'll get your calls. But I love that this Knicks team is rolling and they don't even seem satisfied, right? Brunson at the end, we got to clean the fourth quarter up. Mike Brown, stone face. I love it because we have championship aspirations. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're beating teams at home. We're beating these teams that are still figuring their ish out, and the Knicks are still figuring their ish out, right? Tons of more room to improve for this basketball team. But what gets me the most is you're 10 games into the season, And they already have given us 7 40-point quarters this year. 7. That is what elite offenses do. Right? That is what elite offensive do. I'm happy. There should be no reason why any Knicks fan right now shouldn't be happy. Because this is what most wanted, and we are receiving it. We are seeing the new offense. We are seeing the rotations expanded. We are seeing the bench providing us some value. Clarkson, I know, is a new piece. We wasn't here last year. Maybe, it would have been. But we're seeing this. Even, Shamet started again. 10 points, 2 of 4. Always doing something good, Landry Shamet. Always doing something good on the basketball court. You can count on it. We're seeing the product that the New York Knicks team and front office sold us about, look, this offense has room to. We're seeing it right now. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Castro says OG has to make up the threes he missed. He will. He will. El Figi says, up until tonight, OG was the best corner three-point shooter, not in the East, but in the entire National Basketball Association. Wow, him and Mikal. I know Mikal was up there as well. And Mikal hit a couple of, I think he had 1 or 2 corner three-pointers tonight. I think and OG and Mikal were up there in terms of attempts and makes. But Anunoby has just been phenomenal all season long. And he is the player that has just impressed all year. I know tonight was a bad shooting night, but he is on watch for first time all-star this year. And I think OG Anunoby can make the all-star team this year. I really do. Because he's just been that good. I know he was in foul trouble tonight, but the deflections, the steals, the defense, he just seems like a player that is comfortable already in this system, and he could make the all-star team this year for the first time in his career. He's on all-star watch. 10 games in, he's on all-star watch. Cam, what's going on, Cam? Appreciate you in the chat, Cam. Cam says, man, we're still rolling, locking teams up at MSG. Hold on, let me switch this. Locking teams up at MSG, 130 points in 3 straight games. Franchise record. We got a little sloppy / board in the 4th, but number 11 is him. I like the way he put it. We got a little bored. Got a little bored. Appreciate you in the chat, Cam. Always good to see you in here. El Figgy says he's starting hitting the front of the rim. He looked a little winded tonight. He had a guard jaw. He gets my pass. Landry is low-key good at drawing fouls too. Loud and clear. Says Mike Brown is starting to figure who plays well with who. And he said to us, it's going to take him some time to figure that out, right? He said to us, it's going to take him some time. So, 10 games in, we've already seen a shift after, 5 games, and the rotations a little bit. Josh Hart coming in sooner. The staggering of the minutes, keeping guys fresh, not playing guys extended minutes like full quarters. I know Brunson still playing the full quarters, but that's okay. OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, in and out the lineups in the first quarters, and in the second quarter, you're seeing them stagger. You're seeing them just – I personally think the substitutions have been awesome for Mike Brown. Keeping the guys fresh. And Ian Begley even came out with something earlier today that's what he sold to the New York Knicks front office, is that he sees that after the guys are playing a certain amount of minutes, that their stats and their production dips, right? So he's keeping the guys fresh. He's in and out the lineups. And the rotations have been great for this team. And obviously getting Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele, you can do that more. But it's just the even starting a Landry Shamet tonight, right? Keeping Josh Hart on the bench in his role, right? I don't want to keep mentioning the previous coach, but Josh Hart would have started tonight. but it's keeping Josh Hart in his role, which most Knicks fans think that is best for him, and he has been awesome. 8 points, 8 assists tonight. Made some great passes. So, really impressive stuff for this team. Really impressive stuff from this Knicks team. JB efficient, 11-19, 32 points and 10 dimes. El Figgy says, what's going on? Jinsight. What's going on, Jinsight? Appreciate you in here. I think El Figgy says, I think coach needs to give Yabu a little bit more grace when we have a 20-point lead. Yeah. And he played Yabu for the bigger body to grab some boards because Memphis was hurting the New York Knicks in the paint during that stretch. But I think tonight was a really good positive step in the right direction for Gershon Yabusele, right? You don't really see it in the box score, 2 points, but just looked better out there for him in terms of in its right spot on an offensive set or grabbing a rebound, running a fast break. It just looked better. And you can take tonight and build off of it if you're him, right? JJ says, no offense to Thibs, but I like how Mike Brown talks to and teaches players when they come off the floor, especially the young players. Love that as well. Love that. El Figgy says, Mike Brown is more of a player's coach. Yes, he is. And that's what some Knicks fans wanted. Mike Brown in here because he is more of a player's coach. And you see it. 10 games in, you see it. All right, guys, hit the Discord. The link is pinned up in the chat. 2 callers waiting to voice their excitement on this New York Knicks team. Please hit the Discord. I think we're up to 140 members up in there. Hit the Discord. It's free. Free to join. We're chatting Knicks in there. I'm giving away stuff. We got the live NBA scores from every single game across the league. So yeah. Let's get them calls. Let's get them calls ready. First, I'm going to go to Iron. Iron hasn't called all year, but Iron brings a lot of knowledge to the table from what I remember from last year. It's the Discord call-in show, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Don't.
Let's get to Iron in the Discord.
Yeah, get Iron, but
let's get Iron in the Discord. Iron, what's going on? You're on the Knicks Nation live post-game show.
Right.
How about them,
Yo,
Knicks?
what up, guys? Shout out. First of all, shout out to my man Yuri. He should have been first because he's the OG triple, But I gotta look. I'm not gonna take up too much time.
All right.
But I'm an old head, 49. I've been watching the Knicks since '83, so I've seen Ewing. I remember Spreewell, Houston in '99. And I remember in '94 when the Rangers won and the Giants were good and everyone thought that New York would sweep. I've never seen our team dominate the way we've been dominating them.
Never.
We always, and I know you know this, young blood, and I'm shouting out to all the chat. Shout out to the greatest chat in the world, on all of YouTube.
Let's go.
We play down to our opponents. We would go up against Boston and go and lose 131-129, then play the Nets and win 81-79. We always played to our opponent's level. For once, we're dominating. We're showing that we are the better team. And I won't lie to you guys, ladies and gents. I got nervous when they cut it down to 10. I was like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. We're going to have to kick and scratch and fight our way through. Nope. We stood strong. And I don't know, like I may seem stupid for this, but dudes weren't even sweat. Jalen Brunson's face was dry fourth quarter. And I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. He's fresh. Now you can just say, okay, they're getting close. JB, shut them down. You know what I'm saying? Like, be the closer. Be the Mariano Rivera for the old heads who remember the old Yankees. Shut it down. Shut it down. When he hit that 3 and he put the prayer hands up, I was doing the exact same thing. Like, let him know. This is not your daddy's Knicks. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a squad here.
Let's go.
OG is looking like triple OG. His defense has always been stellar, but now he's attacking a reverse dunk one-handed. Y'all saw that.
He's
It
getting
turned
up
into
there.
Sylvester
He's
the
getting
Cat.
up there.
I was like suffering succotash. Like, I saw that. I'm like, oh, okay. These boys are playing. Cat was dropping some threes when I love it when he goes big. But when he stretches the floor, it just throws the other team's defense into turmoil.
Yep.
Because when you have a 7-footer dropping logo threes, what do? How do you guard that?
Can't.
How do you guard that? And shout out to Shamit. Like his first half performance was great. He got into a little foul trouble in the second half, but Shamit, damn it, he was hitting him with the hammer. I don't even know if that's a word, but he was hitting him with it. I'm just loving the way we're playing. I'm loving how Mike Brown takes the guys to the side, gives them a little advice, talks to them. And even in the post-game interviews where Thibodeau was just like, yeah, it's this, and this, where Mike Brown explains exactly what he's looking for and what he wants from everybody. And he goes into such intricacies. Like, I don't know. I'm rambling because I'm feeling good right now, but
Hey, I
I'm just
love
so
it, man.
proud of
Keep
these
going.
guys.
I
Man.
love it. Hey, great
I'm just
call.
so proud of these guys. And, it's crazy. Like, Cat didn't foul out for once because we didn't give him a chance to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He picked up
didn't get a
a
chance
couple
to
in that
foul
fourth.
out.
I got nervous, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, he got a little stupid.
Got a little
And,
stupid.
I mean, but no Mitch, no problem. No Mitch, no. And before I go, because Yuri got it, I know Yuri got gems to give everybody, so get ready for that. But I got to say something real quick. I remember last year, and y'all all remember this. There was mad heads talking about, oh, maybe we should trade Mitch. He don't play Mitch. To all those who said that, have some crow. Here's a big plate of crow. Y'all need to eat that because anybody would beg to have Mitchell Robinson. What he does is unheard of. He's Patrick Ewing, Akeem Olajuwon, David Robinson defense, old school center, and he don't even complain that he don't get touches.
Preach, man.
So whatever we got to pay him, Dolan, open up that piggy bank. I know we're on that second apron, but if we keep playing like this, call me a waiter because I'll wear all the aprons. You heard? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all y'all. Keep doing the great work, youngin, because you're killing it.
Iron, appreciate you. What a call. Shout out to Iron in the chat. Man, what a call. You're always welcome to call, and that was an amazing call. You're getting some love in the chat, man.
Thank you, guys. Cheers. Happy Veterans Day.
Yes. Happy Vets Day to all the vets out there. Wow. What a call from Iron. Yuri, you up next. What's going on, Yuri? How are you?
Yo, we smoking on that job pack. It ain't
Yes,
the Memphis
sir.
pack. We smoking on that job pack.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How about that game, man?
I wasn't even sweating, that fourth quarter. A little disappointing that it got close to 10. But hey, we blew them out so badly. The game was damn near over by the third quarter. Not even. Game was over by the second half.
Like
That
Iron said, they
was
got a little stupid there in the fourth a little bit. They got bored, but Jalen Brunson closed it out. 32
close
and
it
10.
out, young fella. Close it out. But man, the defense is night and day without Mitch on the floor.
Yeah.
But we rebounded the ball. We had 50 rebounds. We killed them on the glass again, and you had 10 offensive rebounds. 10 offensive rebounds. And we get Mitch back tomorrow.
Yep.
That's awesome for us. And let me tell you something. I'd rather have that kind of game than have a game one collapse all over again.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sweating it. Even if the lead got down, what really made me happy about that whole interaction when we got cut down to 10, Mikal effing Bridges. stepped it up, stepped up his defense, got 3 stops for us, and won us that game single-handedly and allowed Jalen Brunson to close it out.
Look, man, I've been saying Mikal Bridges has been one of the Knicks' best players this year, one of the best leaders on the team, has been the best vocal leader. I mean, he's just been awesome. And yeah, Yuri, Mikal has just been, look, he's probably not going to be an all-star, but he's an all-star to the Knicks. You know, he's awesome. He's been awesome.
We don't win this game when the game got that close without Mikal Bridges. We don't win this game without Jalen Brunson. We don't win this game, especially, despite the foul trouble he got into, without Cat. We don't win this game without them. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game because we're going up against a young, athletic Orlando Magic team.
Yeah.
Who, despite minus their 3-point shot, they're very good on defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to see how the Knicks
back-to-back
skill their
looking forward
defense,
to it.
and it's a back-to-back. And let me tell you guys one thing: I'm fine with Mike Brown letting the starters play those minutes tonight. You did not want to lose this game tonight. I'm going to tell you why. Grizzlies had 22 turnovers.
Yeah.
You killed them on the glass. You killed them in turnovers. You lose that game, that's your worst loss of the season right there.
Brutal.
I was very happy with Mike Brown going with his judgment and leaving the starters in.
Likewise. And that's why I said the Grizzlies shouldn't have been hanging around. They had, I think, at one point of the game, the Knicks had like 22 points off turnovers. The Grizzlies had nothing. I was like, man, how are the Grizzlies only down 10 right now? But got to clean up the defense, 3-point defense especially. Mitchell Robinson was missed, but he will be back tomorrow. And yeah, like you said, against the Magic, look, they're struggling. They're 5-6. I think they just hit Bane just hit a game winner for them yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Against Portland.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're still a good team. Like, I don't care about their record. That's a team that supposedly will be there at the end of the season, being a pain in the ass for the Knicks. So, great calls, guys. Great calls. Appreciate you guys.
No problem.
Thank you. Shout out.
Great calls. Got some love in the chat, man. Isaiah says Iron with the best call of the season. 10-10 call by my man so far. Shout out to Iron in the chat, and shout out to Yuri, man. OG Discord call. Yeah, I should have got to Yuri. He's the OG. Yuri's the OG. My bad, Yuri. You know it's nothing but love, by the way. You know it's nothing but love. I saw Iron in there, and I know he brings some knowledge in here, so I was eager to get to him. But yes, Knicks win 133-120. Shout out to the callers. Man, I love the community. Tony says the Magic are not good, Ant. I don't care about their record. They're still figuring it out. Maybe the game winner versus Portland last night gives them some momentum, but they are still a good team, in my opinion. They're still figuring it out. They're struggling right now, but it's a test, right? It's a test. The Magic at home with Mitch back. I'm looking forward to it. It's a back-to-back too. Yeah, 27 to 0 points from turnovers until halfway into the fourth. Crazy. Thank you for that. I knew it was like 22 or something like that. Thank you. Tony says expect another 130 plus points game for us, and the game will not be close. The Magic are trash. Magic are good. Still figuring some things out. We'll see. I could be wrong. But they were the talk of the town, right? Not the talk of this town, but the talk of the media. Like the Magic, I believe one of the media personalities ranked them ahead of the New York Knicks, number 2, prior to the season. You thought they were going to be better than the New York Knicks. I thought that was crazy. I get it, but we'll see. Tomorrow's a big test for this basketball team, and it is just another test in continuing to win at home. You're dominating at home. MSG just it's starting to feel like Madison Square Garden. It gives the New York Knicks home court advantage now. It's starting to feel like that to me, right? They're taking advantage of the greatest arena in basketball. They're taking advantage of playing in the Mecca, playing in the Garden, playing in the city, playing in front of their fans. Undefeated. That's really awesome, man. And I hope it continues tomorrow, and I think it will. think it will. Isaiah says, next show I got to call in. Been holding in a lot of excitement. Appreciate you, Isaiah. Appreciate you. El Figgy says, let's defend home court and keep this train rolling. Let's go. HRM says, Magic coming off a buzzer beater win. There might be hype. Yes. Grilled says the only way the Knicks lose is if they beat themselves. I agree. Like, guys, if you like, the turnovers have been down, and like what Iron said in the chat, I mean in the voice chat in the call, Mitchell Robinson went on the court, has been phenomenal, and he's the key, right, to the defense. Mitchell Robinson, he's the key. Right? Night and day with Mitch not on the court, by the way. Rotations are different night and day without Mitch. He will be out there tomorrow. And the Knicks are not beating themselves, right? It's the turnover. The turnovers are down. They're 14 turnovers. They're hovering around. Early on in the season, it was a little high. And I just think that is because they were figuring out the new offense, figuring out, where guys were supposed to be in certain spots. And that's okay. But the turnovers have been low. They're not beating themselves. They're sharing the basketball, right? And when your 7-foot dominant center has been on the court, he's gobbling every single offensive rebound in like 10 minutes, right? Plus 40 the other night in like 17 minutes. He is just a vital presence to this basketball team, and clearly, right, we need him. We need him. This is why we want him to stay healthy. We want him to be on the court. Durability has always been his a concern with Mitchell Robinson, but hopefully he'll be out there tomorrow, and let's go, man. Let's go. But right now, kind of reset the room a little. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Knicks win 133-120. This Knicks offense is humming. Jalen Brunson, the assist numbers have been up. When the captain is playing like this, and especially when he's hitting his threes like he did tonight, the Knicks are unbeatable. Karl-Anthony Towns, the post-up, still working. His threes came back tonight for Karl-Anthony Towns. I think he had one of the worst offensive foul calls I've seen in a while from Karl-Anthony Towns tonight, by the way. Russ called an offensive foul on him when he got freaking absolutely whacked when he hit the floor. But whatever, we move on. Cat 21-13. OG 1-10 from 3. I'm not concerned. He's playing like an all-star this year. Bridges is that leader. Defensively, he was locked in tonight. Defensively. The hustle play, I put it up on my screen earlier from Mikal Bridges. I know you guys saw it. I don't think I have it anymore. But hustle play, come on. It's what I love. My play of the game. Josh Hart's looking like Josh Hart. So 10 games in, you're starting to see the upside of this season, of this team, excuse me. Love it, man. Love it. Say Quizzy says, I'll be on a call tomorrow. Let's go, Knicks. Tomorrow's a big game, guys. You got the Magic coming into Madison Square Garden. Keep up the momentum, right? Keep up the momentum. Let's not, I know it's a back-to-back, right? But no Mitch tonight. I know it's a back-to-back, so we'll see how the Knicks start, how they come out tomorrow. A little lethargic, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. But this is exactly why last game, I think no starters played over 30 minutes for the New York Knicks. Guys should be still fresh. I know it's a back-to-back, but the minutes have been down. So I don't want to hear any of that, right? So back-to-backs are always tough, but it's the Magic at home. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's win this game. Let's win this game. Man, oh man, this team, man. This team. I love it. Let's see what the boys got to say. See what the boys got to say. JB talks about what's not working for the Knicks in transition right now.
And we're communicating late, and it's too late by then. We're in rotation, and they're getting open threes, and So we gotta obviously claim the ball, and then once the person does that, and then we gotta feed off each other and get the bodies, and just once we get the bodies, we'll figure our matchups and get into our shifts and help out.
He says, I think hesitation, lack of communication, we're communicating late, and it's too late by then. Again, got to clean this up against better teams. I know Memphis, is an okay team. They're still trying to figure out their stuff, their offense, but you got to, the transition defense leads to open threes. And let's clean that out. Jalen Brunson on the Knicks offense.
There's a lot of offensive history being made the last couple of games. Most of the 40-point quarters, most through points through three quarters, most points back-to-back games with halves. Just how much is this offense clicking right now?
Yeah, we're clicking. Most importantly, we got to finish games better. Whatever's happening on offense, and there's going to be times where we're not making shots, and so, but we got to be better defensively no matter what. So this just has to be our focus going forward.
Jalen, there's a lot of offensive history being made the last couple of games. Most of the 40-point quarter.
We got to finish games better. It's okay. Offense is clicking, but most importantly, we got to finish games better. Like I said, seems like the Knicks aren't satisfied, and I love it. I love it. They're humble, extremely humble, the whole group, right? I know they'll celebrate along the way. They'll celebrate. They'll do their thing, but I love it. Mike Brown on OG Anunoby.
Yeah, the OG is an all-star, in my opinion. Not only is he an all-star, he's an all-defensive performer. And, in my opinion, he should have an opportunity amongst others in our group to fight for Defensive Player of the Year in the league. And so, he's worked his tail off in the summertime, first of all. And then secondly, I think he's just getting comfortable with what we're trying to do. He knows where guys should be on the floor when he drives. He's making quick decisions with the basketball, and when he feels a second defender step up, again, based off of what we're trying to do offensively, he knows what spots should be filled, and anybody can make those passes almost blindly because he knows he's done his job and somebody should be there. So he's just embracing what we're trying to do offensively.
Mike Brown thinks OG Anunoby is an all-star, and so do I. And he said that he's becoming more and more comfortable in this system. All of these videos are from SNY, by the way. Want to give their credits, SNY New York. So Knicks look good right now. Knicks look good. All right, more Mike Brown.
We played with pace. We had plenty of ball reversals. We touched the paint multiple times. We sprayed it. I thought offensively we looked really, really good in the first half tonight. The second half, we didn't move the ball as much. We didn't space the floor as much. We had a couple of snap drives, and when we drove,
still 35 assists.
We got past our guy, but we had one of our teammates and his defender in the paint. And so instead of just finishing over, possibly one guy, your guy, now you're trying to finish over your guy, your teammate, and his defender. So our spacing was not good in the second half. Our decision.
Look how long these answers are, by the way. Feel how long these answers are. This is like a minute and 42 answer. His last one was a minute 45. Very thorough in these answers, and I absolutely love it. He's explaining to us. He's not talking to us like we're dumb. He's telling us the situations. He's telling us guys are going to take time. He's telling us about his rotation. He's telling us about how the offense looked in the first half and the second half. Like, I love the way Mike Brown communicates through the media. I just love it, right? I love it. And he won't be judged on communication through the media in April, May. But I'm just saying right now on November 11th, I love the way he's communicating to us through the media. JJ says he's a detailed man. He is a very detailed man. I love it. So, once again, the Knicks dominate. Got dicey there in the fourth quarter, but, we'll clean that up a little bit. We get Big Mitch back tomorrow. And I love it, man. Let's go to Bear with me for 1 second. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. All the good stuff. Let's go to NBA. Updated standings. How about the Mavs firing Nico Harrison? Man. Dallas. The Detroit Pistons are 9-2 on the season. They got lucky last night. I'm telling you right now, I was watching that game. They should have lost that damn game. The stupid Wizards. Man, oh man. We're never getting that pick, by the way. Like we're not getting that first round pick from the Wizards. What are the Wizards? Like 1 in 10. Pistons should have lost that game. Cade had he shot like 45 times. It was like the most shots. I forgot how many times he shot last night, but I think he had a triple-double. And then you saw a whole bunch of nonsense on Twitter, like Cade is better than Brunson, this and that. Pistons fans going back and forth with Knicks fans about Cade. Got to see it in the playoffs first before you crown him, by the way, Pistons fans. But Pistons are playing really well. They're 9-2. They've won 7 straight, 9-1 in their last 10. They are at the top of the Eastern Conference, right? And it's not only Cade Cunningham. Jalen Duren is playing absolutely incredible for them. So the Knicks are number 2 in the Eastern Conference right now. But you got the Magic coming up who are 5-6, 6-5, Hawks. So a little bunched up around here. But got another great opportunity tomorrow against the Orlando team. Loud and Clear says we're still on the ground floor. Haven't even hit the ceiling yet. Still on the ground floor. I like that. I think we are too. If it's a 100-floor building, I would say, what would you say? The Knicks are on, I wouldn't say they're on the ground floor. I would say, 15th floor, 20th floor. They're getting it. They're starting to hit they're starting to get there, right? They're not even halfway to what I think they can become. And I think they can become really damn good. And if we've been seeing a really damn good team, so it sounds crazy, but I think they can even get better. Tony says Pistons haven't played no one. Look at the teams they've beaten. I know. They should have lost to the Wizards yesterday, but they won. They buzzer beater in the corner 3, hell of a shot. JJ says Cade is a monster, but we got Captain Clutch. Yeah. Cade is a monster. Love his game, by the way. Love Cade. He was awesome, especially in the series. I know he was inefficient for the Pistons with the Knicks Pistons series for them, but he was awesome. Tony says there's no comparison with Brunson and Cade. People are tripping. Who has more 40-point games in the playoffs than Brunson? Yeah, show me in the playoffs. At this point, as a Knicks fan, I know Cade is playing awesome, incredible. He's really good, but Brunson has proved in the playoffs time after time after time that the moment isn't too big for him, right? The moment isn't too big for him. I know last year was Cade's first year in the playoffs and really inefficient, had some big games for the Pistons, especially during that game 6 where he missed a critical mid-range jumper that probably would have won them the game. But I got to see it in the playoffs. But it's just NBA banter on X that I see. Cade's better than Brunson. I don't partake in that stuff. But El Figure says Cade is a great up and down, but everyone wants to say they're better than Jalen Brunson until they have beat in Jalen Brunson. These commentators don't know what they're talking about. Yes, show me in the playoffs. Beat him. Beat him. Donovan Mitchell, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. By the way, yesterday in the NBA was incredible, by the way. Donovan Mitchell hits a corner game-tying 3. I know we're getting off topic here, but then there was a buzzer beater in the Pistons game, right? The buzzer beater in the Heat game, Wiggins. Crazy game. Victor Wembanyama is going crazy in Chicago. Love the NBA. Love the NBA, by the way. But Tony says Jalen Brunson is today's Kobe. Ooh, and there's no player in this league that comes close to Kobe. Killer mentality, Mamba mentality. There's a reason why he wears Kobe's. Love it. Guys, another opportunity tomorrow against, is it 12 a.m.? No, it's not 12 a.m. I was about to say tonight. Another opportunity tomorrow against the Orlando Magic. What a freaking victory. 7 straight in Madison Square Garden, 5 straight overall. This Knicks team is rolling, and I just love what I'm seeing from this offense right now. Got to clean some stuff defensively, but the big Mitch is coming back tomorrow to, kind of rectify some of the issues that Knicks have defensively. Appreciate the callers once again. Appreciate the callers in the chat. Appreciate Iron, Yuri. Always appreciate the support as always. Appreciate the Discord. Appreciate the members in here as well. Isaiah, Elfigi, Jesses. Appreciate all of you. Loud and clear. Appreciate all of you. Thank you again for becoming and staying a member. I tried to upload yesterday footage from the last Knicks game to my members, and it got blocked by YouTube. So I got to figure out a way to record content and put the video on the side of the screen without getting blocked by YouTube. But I have to figure that out. But time will come when I figure that out, hopefully soon. Tony says, the Knicks will win tomorrow, 145-105. Brunson goes for 50. Love it. Loud and clear. Appreciate you. Be safe. Be safe, everyone. Have a great night. Have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.